Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. How you doing? Welcome. Every single body. I hope you're doing well. Champions League matches just ended. It's actually perfect timing for those matches to end, for this show to begin. How are you doing? Welcome to episode number 55. Welcome in. Hope we're all feeling blessed. Once again, too blessed to be stressed today. I hope you're feeling the same vibes. Happy Tuesday. We are chugging along through the week. Not too much longer now until we get some Ainge ball in our life. And you know what? I just can't wait personally. But how's everybody doing? Try to hit that like as you come in, or don't. Participate in the poll, or don't. Participate in the chat, or don't. That's the life, right? We get to live the life that we so choose. Obviously, the poll today might be skewed, might be a little biased. I don't know. Do got a watch along on Sunday. Gonna do first ever watch along. Well, first ever Spurs watch along on the channel this coming Sunday for the Arsenal match. So if you're around, you want to tap in, come say what's up, see a different side of me that you're probably not gonna see on any other day other than game day. It's a little side of me that I'm gonna be sharing with all of you out there in the world. So tune in or don't. You know, that's the fun part about life. You do what you want. But how are we all living? Right now, the poll says 87% as far as who's the best left back in England right now. I'm not talking about their careers. I'm not talking about what they've won. I'm not talking about this, that, and the other. I'm talking about at this moment, 5 games deep in the Premier League. Who's the best left back? Who is the best left back? That's the question I want to know. 84% says only Udogie. Obviously, y'all are talking to me nicely tonight because that's how I feel as well. But, you know, I threw out some the Vardiol, Ake. They've kind of split it there. We've had one consistent left back for 5 consecutive starts in the Premier League. But that's neither here nor there. Let's not boast about that. But I'm here. Chewy's here. He's moved his bed, so he's a little bit off camera. But I assure you he's here. He's down there just doing his thing. You know how he does during the show. But how are we all doing? How are we all doing? No one's voted for Zinchenko. I don't know why I put him in there. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why I put Zinchenko in there. I just was like, all right, let me look at the top 4 teams and see who their left back is. And honestly, I couldn't pick one for Liverpool. So could not pick one for Liverpool. So I chose Zinchenko, which, you know what? Make of that what you will. 3% says other, and I'm curious because I have not seen anybody. Jazz Fusion, I know I just saw your comment as I was sifting through my tabs here. It says Vardiol's more of a center back. He's actually been playing left back, but I mean, you're right. Like whenever they get into the flow of things, he probably drifts more centrally. But as far as the formations go, people who line up in that left back, I'm not talking about left wing back. I'm talking about left back specifically. That's why I threw 2 names out there for City, because they kind of changed it up. But, you know, I want to try and represent everybody. Let's see who all is here in the chat before I keep going on too much longer. Got a few things I want to talk about. As you know how these go if you've been here before. So big up yourself if you have. 30 likes, 34 votes. Ratio's looking all right now. I appreciate y'all. Zoe, my wife, is the first place prize today with a little heart and emojis. Isn't that sweet? Hello. Hi, honey. You might be in the next room right now. Spurs GCTV evening. Jacob, big up Spurs GCTV. Hope you're doing well. Hansi G's in the house. Quiz. Let's all enjoy the show. Big up Hansi G. Woodsy TV, first YouTube chat member in the house. Says evening, everybody. Big up Woodsy. Hope you're living well, my friend. I don't know if you've told me where you're from, but good morning or good evening, wherever you might be. Big up from Australia. So good morning, Hansi. Early in the AM for you, buddy, but how are you doing? Hope you're well. See, there's a membership chat that just came in. Big up Mia. Says, big up Jacob, sending good vibes your way. Quiz. Big up Mia, first off. Appreciate that. Big up Spurs Between the Lines, your channel over there. Enjoy seeing you with your brother doing y'all's thing out there. That's pretty sweet, so go check them out. And appreciate the membership chat. If you do want to get your membership, you can find it. You can find it if you want it, but if you want to do the free thing, just hit me up in the chat. I'll find you. I'll see you. I'll say what's up. Plenty of people don't have to do that. The call of booty really is just hit the like, participate in the poll, and participate in the chat. This is above and beyond what Mia's doing. She's a member. always supporting the channel. So big up me. I do appreciate that support. And Jazz Fusion says, caught a lot of shit for saying that he was their best signing last summer. Enjoy him while you have him. That boy is going play. Jazz Fusion, are you not a Spurs fan? I thought you were a Spurs fan. But I guess we learn new things every day, right? As far as Destiny U-GOATIEEEE goes, I never want him to leave. Much like Ainge Postecoglou. Right now, the way I'm feeling, I never want him to leave. But I am an emotional man. Big up Mia again, was here right before the show started. Says big up Jacob, hit that like button please, guys, as it really helps us YouTubers. Appreciate that, Mia. You know the grind, you know the struggle, so appreciate that. Yosarian is in the house. Big up Yosarian. Says morning Jacob and all of United Spurs, can't wait for Sunday. Peace and love, and Ainge we trust, and come on you Spurs, ad infinitum. Ad infinitum. I love that you put that in there. So big up Yosarian and good morning, happy Wednesday for those of you in Australia. Milton Nobrega is in the house. Good afternoon, Jacob, and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is well. Can't wait to slap up the Gooners this week and shut that idiot up, Tim Sherwood. Coys. I don't know what Tim Sherwood been saying, but I ain't listening. I'll tell you that much. Big up Jazz Fusion. You did hit the like. I appreciate that. Howdy, y'alls. Big up from Jamie Get. Big up, Jamie Get. How you doing? Big up Wayne Bonner, another YouTube chat member in the house. Oh, before I go on any further or forget, let me say big shout out to Bobby K. I just looked yesterday. He's been a Patreon member for 13 months. So Bobby K with 3 Spurs Boys, if you're listening to this now or you listen to this on playback, I want to say much love and shout out. Much love from Canada. That shows that we're not just the United States of America. We are the United Continent of Spurs is what I want to think us as. So appreciate that. Borders cannot stop love. Or something of the sort. Big up Bobby K though. But big up Wayne Bonner, YouTube chat member in the house. I just want to shout him out because sometimes for those Patreon members like Alan Tennant, Sibley, and etc. C. Shearman is another one I could think of. Gina Kim, Jack Kanicki. I can't like highlight it on YouTube, but you are a supporter. And I want everyone to know that you love us. And any way I can do that, I would like to. So I'm working on a way to try and incorporate more of the Patreon members who do support over there, because Patreon does technically take less percentage than they do take less percentage than YouTube. But I didn't say that. You said that. So, but big ups everybody who does go above and beyond. But you know, for me, I'm a free 99 kind of guy. If you catch my drift. So if you want to do the free thing. Plenty of people do, and it's absolutely outstanding. Hitting a like, hitting a subscribe goes very far for us content creators. My hair's all kind of crazy today. I took a nap, and then it was like all lumpy on the back, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to let my hairs stop me today. The lighting isn't as lighting tonight, so you can't even see my gray hairs right now, and I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I need to do less lighting. Big up Kate. As I talk about gray hairs, I knew I would come upon Kate with Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs, another YouTube chat member in the house. Big up Kate and Jim. What a lovely couple. Big up everybody in the chat. She says, Darren Wimbledon says, I don't think I've ever been this excited about Spurs. Great shows, by the way. Big up Darren Wimbledon. Everybody's excited. Everybody's like a horse just at the gate ready to fire off. But honestly, we are playing 1 game a week, so that is in our favor. That is a good thing if you think about it. You know, Arsenal play tomorrow, and we still don't play until Sunday. So ideally, that means that we're going to be going into this with a lot more time than they have. So another thing that makes me feel really excited about this weekend personally. That's why I had to do the watch along. I did get permission from the wife, so don't worry, everybody. I did get permission from the wife. Jim, just a guy who loves Spurs. Hi, Jacob. I'm watching, mate. Just finding it's hard to type. Coach, big up Jim. Hope you're recovering well. Get some rest. Hydrate. And speaking of Jim, Hydration Nation, it's time to pause for the cause. Always go ahead and drink some water when you get the chance, or when you think about it. If you're listening to this now, just go ahead and drink some water, man. It's good for your body. Jim, it'll help you recover. And even if you're not like Jim, recovering, getting some water in your body goes a long, long way. Drula's in the house. Big up Jacob. Big up Jacket B and all in the house. I think she meant Jacob, but big up Drula. Appreciate that. Milton Nobrega says, I grab my free beers. Is it too early to drink at 7 a.m.? Hey, man, you live down under. Y'all have winter during summer, summer during winter. Hey, you do whatever you want out there, Milton. It's the... sounds like y'all do whatever you want, especially when it comes to kangaroos. You eat the kangaroos, and I don't even think you should do that. Sonaldo69. Ooh, that's a new name in the chat. Says, big up Jacob, big up Sonaldo69. Interesting choice of numbers there, Sonaldo. Archibald's in the house. Big up, Archibald. You made a good point yesterday. I remember that. I don't remember what the point was, but I remember you made a really good point, Archibald. Says, good evening, afternoon, morning to all the United Spurs. It's just after 3 in the afternoon here, so good afternoon from Texas, indeedy. Elvis G, another YouTube chat member in the house, says, evening, Jacob. I'll be there for the watch along. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that indeed. There's like 101 watch alongs going on. I recommend the Irish Hotspur, Spurs Talk Show. Those are some of the ones that I would recommend for your everyday thing. I'm just doing a one-off, giving it a try. Gonna have some fun. I might go a little wild depending on what. I've been talking a lot. Okay, I've been talking a lot, and if I've been talking a lot, I got to put my face out there. I feel like so it's only right that I put my face to either be thrilled with excitement or defeated and licking my wounds, so to speak. But honestly, the way I feel, I'm gonna have a great day. I feel like that day is gonna be so great because we're gonna smash them. The stream's gonna go great. Everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, Jacob said all along that we would go there and get a result." That's how I feel like it's gonna happen. Or I'm gonna have a bunch of mud on my face. Big up, Drula. Predicted text does my head. Whoa, hello. Am I back? What's going on? Am I lagging here? This thing is acting up. My internet is acting up. I think I'm back. Dun dun dun. I think I'm back. Hello. Big up Donovan. What y'all talking about? Practice? What are we talking about here? Am I back? I don't see. My shit's not loading, so I don't even know. I do not know if I'm back or not. Well, I'll just keep going along. Hopefully the show's still going. Mile High Hotspur's in the house. Big up, homie. How you doing? I'm doing well, Leo. Hope you are as well. Big up yourself right now. Who else is in the house? Let me see. It looks like I'm still on. Hello from Belfast, Jacob. I'm English. Belfast, but you're English. Long story. No, don't worry about it. Big up all the way to Belfast. Sorry, you're back. Okay. Thank you, Drula. Appreciate that, Leo. Thank you for keeping me updated too with that text. Yeah, because I was like, my thing did the loading thing, then I had the Wi-Fi thing. Man, I'm on that dial-up. This better not be happening. I'm gonna reset all my stuff. I'm gonna reset it all on game day. Okay, how about that? I'm gonna reset it all. John Cunningham is in the house. Big up. How much is Udogie in the window? He's worth more than Gareth Bale. How much is Udogie in the window? I do hope he's never for sale. Hello, that's a little tune. I didn't even realize it. Terry Window's in the house. Don't you open up that window. Big up, Terry. Evening all. I like the handlebars. It's not actually handlebars because I need to be able to grow hair to get it. I think handlebars mandatory have to touch your chin line. So this is more of a freedom stash at the moment. I will shave it at some point. It is quite a little shameless mustache, but I thought it looked funny. And you know what? That's cool with me. Dermot says, back for some Spurs joy after an early start to watch Celtic lose in Europe. I did hear that Joe Hart saved a penalty, so that's really cool for Celtic. Tim said no Tottenham player would make the Arsenal team. Tim's a loser. Tim's about to get shut the hell up on Sunday, so don't worry about that. Hello, Patty Hardness says, hello, you beautiful people. And Jacob, stop giving your fellow American and Bobby praise. Well, he's been a member for 13 months. How could I not give the man praise? That is over a year of supporting the channel. I had to say something to him. Tim is an arse. Tim said he would. Yeah, Tim's a loser. I just voted Zinchenko to piss people off. Patty, you're in here to cause chaos, and then you know what? I'm okay with that. Smash that butt, people. Yeah, hit that booty. From Neil Primus. Big up, Neil. Hope you're doing well, sir. It says, smash that like butt, people. Not the button. Smack the butt of the like. You know, who doesn't like, you know, if you got a wife, girlfriend, significant other, if you're a female, you got a male friend, etc., maybe a girlfriend. You're walking through the kitchen to grab something. Why not just grab a piece of that ass? And I say the same thing in regards to the like button. Go ahead and just pat. Just hit it one time on the way through. For your boy, it does help out all the content creators. Mountain Bushman's in the house. Good morning, Mountain Bushman. How are you and Paul doing out there in the beautiful Australia? I hope you ain't eating too many kangaroos. Says big up Jacob. Big up Mountain Bushman. Some of the parts Milton just win. Jazz Fusion, I don't see where you said who you support. You said there. That made me seem. I thought you were a Spurs fan. Rich, big up Mr. J. Big up YouTube chat member Rich in the house, tapping in. Big up. Howie's in the house. Big up Jacob. You didn't have Sergio Reguilon and Sessegnon in the survey. The next question. Well, Sergio Reguilon, technically you gotta like play in regard to Sessegnon. You gotta play in order to get that. Big up Chris Agambar. Says big up Jacob. Big up Drula. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you again, Leo, for the tags. Thank you. Lazy 8 YouTube chat member also let me know that I'm back. Big up for that. Lazy 8, thank you, thank you. Dry Rose Peanut, don't worry, Jacob, I'm getting some grays too. Only problem is my barber exposes them too much when he cuts my. Hey, but see, mine are nice and long. So if you see my gray hairs, they're not short, they're long ones. And honestly, how does that happen? We can see and hear you. That is great news, Chris. Thank you so much. Derek Smith, I've just walked through the front door, so I guess I'm now in the house. You were in the house, indeed, Derek Smith. I saw Plymouth Argyle played today. However, I did not catch the match. I was watching Spurs U21. And might I say I saw Alejo Veliz. I saw Ashley Phillips. I did only watch the second half because the first half I was watching Champions League. But then the second half I did watch because I figured Alejo Veliz might come on. So Hansi G says no sauce today. No sauce. All right. Alexander Castro, we love you, Goatie more. Yes, we do. Glitch in the Matrix. Keep an eye on Chewy. Chewy, am I gonna do I need to pull his bed close? Do I need to pull his bed out so he's more on stage? Jay Randy's in the house. New to your channel, Jacob. I must say I'm loving the content. Will subscribe now. Big up Jay Randy. I love the name. I love the lion. You know, when they made the song Eye of the Tiger, I really would have rather said Eye of the Lion because I like lions. But big up Jay Randy. I know that's kind of random. But thank you for subscribing as well. Love from the UK. The UK is the #1 demographic on United Spurs of America. So big shout out to everybody from the UK who's tuning in. And I do want to say a big shout out to Australia. They are '2 demographic of the channel. And then USA coming in at #3. What are we doing, USA? I need to get some more USA people tuning in. That's the thing. They don't want to see a fellow American shine, I guess. I don't know. But big up Jay Randy all the way from UK, showing that love. Big up Zuki Spur. Tottenham come to conquer. Diehard Tottenham stand firm. I love it, Zuki Spur. How you doing, Zuki? Let me skip ahead real quick. See another member chat from Ben Kaufman. Good evening, everyone. Immaculate vibes all. Ben Kaufman is another one of those. He's a double dipper. He's got YouTube chat membership. He's got Patreon membership, and then he's super chatted before. He's hit me with a membership chat. So big up Ben Kaufman, 5 months. But that's just for YouTube. You've been supporting Patreon even longer. So I'm going to have to think of some special way to thank you. But of course, always plug your channel here. Any way I can help you. I want to help support the coffee company as much as I can. So big up Ben Kaufman, the double dipper. They call him the king moderator. I call him the king of double dipping. Caption Grandma, Jacob, your stash is hilarious. That's all I'm going for. I'm not trying to be serious. I'm not trying to be like, I've got the... Wait, what's the guy from Friends who dated Monica that was like really famous for being hairy and he had the mustache? Fucking A, I can't think of his name. He's still alive if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of his name, damn it. But he has like the very thick, hairy mustache. I'm not going for that, I promise. Johnny Bethnal Green/Kent. Hello, Johnny. Hit the likes. Let's get Jacob speaking Cockney. That sounds like an innuendo. And I don't know what that means. Wait, is that Cockner? Wait, isn't that a... what is that? What is that? Tom Selleck. Yes, Wayne Bonner. Thank you. Tom Selleck. Thank you. I knew someone would tell me. I appreciate y'all so much. I fucking love this chat, if I'm honest. There's 80 of y'all in the house. We're 20 minutes in. And y'all are absolutely awesome. I just want to say that. There are people who do be talking like... I remember the other day I was like, oh, look, I've gone 3 straight live streams with no dislikes. Well, I looked today... And that was a lie. Someone's already disliked the watch along, so they don't like to see that I'm doing a watch along. They also went ahead and disliked the last 4 live streams. So they gave me a view on them, but they also hit the dislike. So they're letting me know how they feel. And you know what? At least they're doing that, is what I will say. Daniel Sandoval, big up One Love, big up Daniel Sandoval in the house. Paulio, yes, I did watch this second half. I was on Valise watch. I was watching Ashley Phillips as well. I'm trying to see how these young lads are getting on. Yago Santiago, there's Donley, and Sunsa Bell had the brace. It was great to see. We were creating a lot, and you know what is interesting? How much Keeley played with the ball at his feet. I kind of like to see that we're bringing these young kids up to be comfortable as a new era style keeper. Again, I used to play keeper back in my day, and I did not like the ball at my feet. I was an old school keeper. Don't pass the ball to me. I will just save shots, be a menace in the box, and be an imposing force on set pieces. That was my whole thing that I did. Now goalkeepers got to do all that, but then also be a second option for a pass. So I never liked it personally, because if I was good with the ball at my feet, I would have said, Coach, I'm a Zlatan. Let me play the striker position. They didn't want to see me do that, so early on they put me as a goalkeeper, and that's where I stayed the entire. I probably played about 16 years on and off, like rec, select, indoor. Played all kinds. But anyway, I'm not going to digress. But yes, watching the U21s, trying to see how these young goalkeepers are looking. Keeley, I thought, looked pretty nice. He had a couple saves too. That left winger for Colchester, I saw, was getting a little fancy with it in the second half. Fuck that dude. He got locked down. Keeley didn't let him score, so that was nice. Jacob. So you are a Spurs fan. All right. Big up Gio Rea, says big up Jacob in chat. Big up Gio Rea. Hope you're doing well. They got beat 4-1. Sorry about that, Derek Smith. Sorry to see. Oi, oi, damn, that stash is growing. Effing hell. You know it. You ain't been here in a couple of days. Hey, you turn around. Guess what? Turn around. Jacob has a mustache. Hansi G. Nope, we're not doing that today. Yesterday's show, there's always something that derails the show. And yesterday was the Worcestershire sauce. All right, so we're not doing that again today. Worcestershire. We're not doing it again. The other day was gray hair. Today it's not going to happen. I'm on point. And big shout out to the one person who just subscribed. The thing just refreshed, and I seen there was one new subscriber. Big up to that person who did do that. Dermot, don't worry about the grays until you find them south of the border. Well, luckily we ain't there yet, pal. Big blessings, bruv, from Jake Kismat. Big up, Jake Kismat. Yeah, big up, Jake Kismat. We're talking about double dipping now. Alexander Castro says, we just got a whole new continent as supporters. Are we not the biggest club in the planet now? Oh, wait, I should have turned the other way. Hang on. There you go. Look. Boom. One of tens of thousands. One of tens of thousands. Ben Kaufman, there's the link for the coffee company. Tom Selleck, thank you, Wayne Bonner. Talking about, I don't know why you're putting links in here like that for people to leave the channel. Well, what you doing here? Giving them reading material what's going on? Tom Selleck, yes. Yeah, I know about the buyback clause. Everyone knows about the buyback clause. Jamie Gitt says Cockney equals East London dialect. Cockney Giza's pearly kings and queens pie and mash. Don't know what half of this means. Personally, I support you and your life. But East London dialect, I don't know what separates East London dialect from West London dialect. Y'all got a dialect to me. But I will say there are some Liverpool fans. Hey, look at that. Shout out to the next part. There's two people who have subscribed during the show. Big shout out to y'all too. Y'all making me feel sexy tonight. And I know you didn't even mean to do that. Don't unsubscribe because you're still going to make me feel sexy. Cockney, though, I don't know if I could predict. I could probably say there's like the Liverpool accent that I know. This sounds a little different. But that's about it. That's really about all that I think that separates some of those accents. Effing hell says, starting to look like the guy from Village People. Is that the group that said the YMCA? That did the little YMCA song? I don't know. Wayne Bonner says, how did Valise do? He did miss 2 sitters. Well, technically, so the one chance that I really thought that I was disappointed in from Alejo Valise was we had gotten the ball and he had made a great run, interlapping. I think it was kind of, he was running in behind, but then he cut in, and the winger found him with a beautiful pass, right, and he got the ball. He had plenty of space, one-on-one with the keeper, essentially. Could have taken just one more touch, go around the keeper, because the keeper came out and committed, and he could have taken that extra touch and gone around the keeper But he didn't do that, and it looked like he almost went for the chip. I don't know what he was thinking there, but hit it right at the keeper. The keeper just put it right in his belly. That was the one opportunity where I was like, okay, he should have done something there. There was another chance that he missed. It went a little over his head. There was another chance in which it was a great build-up play leading to him having a chance to shoot, and again, he shot it right at the keeper. It just seemed like he was trying real hard. And fair play. The kid's young, just came from Argentina. He's wearing a Spurs shirt. He's feeling like a big man, so let's let him grow a little bit. But yeah, there were two chances there that really he could have finished, and there was one in which I was disappointed. The other one was kind of a bang-bang play from my recollection of what I was seeing. It looked like a bang-bang play. He just shot it, kind of hit it right at the keeper. That happens, and honestly, as a goalkeeper, hey, that makes you look good. There's a save in the box. Everyone sees you hit that ball away, and they all cheered for him. So, but Veliz could have done better there. Debut, not too concerned about. He does the pros. I will say about Alejo Veliz. I know this wasn't supposed to be like a U21 talk about show, but what I will say, the positives I saw from Veliz was his turning with playing with his back towards goal when he received the ball and passed it quickly. It was like he already knew where he wanted to pass, and his turn speed was pretty decent considering how strong he looked. I thought that he looked a little big compared to some of those guys out there. He played kind of strong compared to some of those guys out there. I didn't mind what I saw in that instance. But as far as his chances, yeah, he probably could have done better on at least one of those, I think. But yeah, enjoyed watching him. And also, I will say before, just to wrap up the academy stuff, Ash Phillips in the last 15 minutes played right back. He didn't invert and tuck inside kind of like we see Pedro Porro do or push up. He kind of just seemed like we were up 5-0, just gonna ride this thing out, and they made some substitutions. Ashley Phillips ended up getting push out, occupied that right back area, so that was kind of interesting to see too. J. Randy Jacob, where in the U.S. are you from? El Paso, Texas, my friend. That is where I'm from. Wayne says, when I was a keeper, the only time I liked the ball at my feet was for goal kicks. Yeah, even, but still, I'm not going to lie, Wayne. I'm not going to sit here and try and act like I was fucking Ederson or Onana with the ball. When I had a free kick and someone was like, hey, I'm open over here, I'm going to try to get it there. I can't guarantee where that motherfucker was going to go, honestly, because I would just boot it and hope for the best was kind of my way as a keeper. So, again, I wasn't a great keeper, as you could tell. Butches up the apples and pears will teach you English. I don't know what the hell that is. Butches up the apples and pears. He's speaking English, but it looked like a different language to me. Drula, Veliz looked nervous. Yeah, he did look a little nervous. I would agree. The best slug balancing act I've ever seen. Oh, are these two slugs smooching underneath my nose? Is that what you're saying? Here on 30 Minutes on the show, we're talking about my mustache. Zuki Spur right here in N17. Haringey Road sending love to our Yankee Tottenham unit holding its corner. Hey, Zuki Spur, you know I'm going to hold it down for Americans over here, at least in my neck of the woods. Look, Zuki Spur, I love that you showing love all the way from Tottenham and Haringey Road. Haringey, London. Either way, you send in love. And wherever you're at in the world, whether it's London, USA, down under, we got some people. There's all type of demographics. I read it out on the live stream the other day. Absolutely phenomenal to see how many people be tuning into the show. It's crazy. So I love the fact that there's so much love amongst Tottenham fans all around the world. Paulio, he's only just back from injury. Alejo Veliz. Yeah. And I think it was his debut, technically, in any form or fashion for Tottenham. Thought of the day, yesterday's prize is not today's prize. That is the thought of every day, my friend. David O'Laughlin, great show as usual. Big up, David. Appreciate you being here. God blimey, governor, get your laughing gear around the local Spurs dialect. My diamond geezer. Is it Giza or Geezer? I don't care about the buyback clause. He's not coming back, says Ben Kaufman. Are we going to talk about it? I did a video yesterday and I brought up a think point about Kane. Now, some of y'all got upset with me. Said, move on, stop talking about Kane. Some people said they stopped watching when I started talking about Kane. So I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about Kane on my own damn channel. I'm just kidding. Of course I'll talk about Kane. But there's more things I do want to talk about other than this buyback clause. But that was revealed today as per The source is on the inside from the Spurs fan forum. The Spurs fan forum. Whatever that means. I'm almost caught up in the chat. I'm almost caught up in the chat. Cockney rhyming slang example from Captain Grandma says, Udogie will have Saka on pig and roast. What is the chat okay today? Are y'all okay? I don't know what y'all are saying to me tonight. So pumped for the North London Derby Sunday. Can't come quick enough, says Phil. Big up, Phil. I agree with you. I meant we got whole Australia too. Yes, we do. A whole continent. Havertz will need some Satan and milk. Or what the hell's going on? Arteta will be a Scotch mist. I don't know what you're saying to me. Hey, Bobby K. I gave you a little special shout out at the beginning of the show for being Patreon member for 13 months. Appreciate your support, buddy. Glad to see you here. Basuma will make Rice look like a lump of school. That doesn't make sense. Newcastle versus Milan tonight was like a rocket attack. We toughed it out. Fantastic result. Oh, Ian McKenna, are you a Newcastle fan? Fantastic result for Newcastle, by the way. Rafael Leao, what are you doing, my guy? He could have just taken the shot. Instead, he went and then a couple more maybe he could have just taken the shot. That was interesting to see. Yeah, you got money to pay for fake mustaches, huh? We got Terry Windows. Barry Shuttleworth. Haringey is pronounced Haringey. All right, Haringey it is. Proposed rule change. If penalty occurs in the 6-yard box, take the kick from the spot. If it's outside the box in the 18-yard area, take the kick from the semicircle. Is that proposed or is that what you just saying? What's going on here? Talk to me nicely, chat. Indeed, Drula. You know how it is. Satin as in the material, I think. Oh, okay, not Satan. There it is. Haringey. Big up Bobby K, indeed. Mate, would you say the concerts, etc. at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium has helped grow the brand in America? Not to me, because, well, I guess my wife was like, oh, that's really cool. Lady Gaga's at that stadium that you watch your team play at. So she was really excited about that, but I won't say it had anything to do with me. As far as me falling in love with the club, had nothing to do. There was no concerts at the club when I started following, so that's all kind of new. Well, let's see here. What's the vibe of the poll right now? 76 votes, 68 likes, 88 in the house. How are we doing? Talking to me nicely indeed. 80% says only Udogie. Another 10% says Ake and Vardiol. Zinchenko looks like he's got at least one vote. And then 6% for other. So let's talk about it, y'all. Who voted other, first of all? Who voted other? You better raise your hand now. Raise your hand now. Oh. There we go. Look, isn't that cool? Production value. So the title of the show, or in the thumbnail at least, as many of you saw, was Destiny Loves Tottenham. Destiny loves Tottenham Hotspur. And you know what? I did quote tweet this. So it's just interesting. Destiny's agent, for some reason, speaking off cuff for no reason. It just says, quote, we're happy with everything that's going on. And Destiny is very happy to be at Tottenham. What is someone calling? Is that what's going on here? Is someone calling? Play the Dyer clip again, Jacob. Just want to hate Eric Dyer a little bit more. The vibes are immaculate, Phil. I mean, I guess we can laugh at him real quick. We'll just laugh at him real quick, okay? Watch. I'm going to play this clip, and everyone's going to be like, you always playing that clip, Eric?
And you guys never win anything, right? No. Right? Yeah. And you guys...
There you go. Hope that makes everyone feel good in the chat. Hope everyone feels good about that in the chat. But Destiny, Udogie, he's happy at Tottenham. We're happy with him at Tottenham. That's why I asked the question. Who's the better left back in England at this very moment? And I know that we're all going to say Destiny Udogie because we're Spurs fans. But, rivals, Spurs fans who can look at this from a non-emotional sex appeal stance, maybe you can tell me something different. I don't know. Newcastle fan got stabbed in Milan. What the fuck? Attacked them with machetes. What's going on? That's scary. Damn, be careful. I saw on a lighter side, Ian McKenna, I saw someone was swimming in that river with people who were rowing a boat. That was kind of fun. Big up Sonaldo. I agree with you there. Wait, where's my freaking tab? So he comes out saying he's happy with Tottenham. And I quote tweeted it and I said, we're happy with Destiny and everything that's going on. We're very happy with Destiny to be at Tottenham. And you know what? I really feel like everyone could resonate with that. But in regards to the argument, at least, of him being the best left back in the country at this very moment, there's a couple more tweets I saw that kind of backed up that point. No player has won possession in the attacking third more times than Destiny Udogie in the Premier League this season. So he's won it 8 times, which is more than anybody else. So arguably, at least from this stance, that he wins the ball back pretty frequently in the opponent's half. I mean, we saw it for the game winner, right? So I'm really curious to know. 7% says other. Who's the other? Because why didn't I pick him? And obviously Zinchenko, that one's just hilarious to me. So that's why I threw that one in there. But big shout out to everybody in the house tonight. 100 people watching. Let me know your thoughts. Who's the best left back in England right now? I'm not talking career. I'm not talking legacy. I'm not talking this, that, and the other. I'm talking about 5 matches deep. Who do you think has been a better left back than Destiny Udogie? And honestly, what worries me is the fact that he's so damn good. I'm scared that Real Madrid's going to come grab him. Is anyone else scared that Real Madrid is going to come grab him? Maybe it's the Gareth Bale PTSD, the Luka Modric PTSD, but something tells me Real Madrid are going to come get this kid, right? He's so young. The ceiling is still so high. I just want to know who's better right now in the Premier League. Now, someone also commented on a group chat that I'm in with a bunch of rival fans, and they were laughing at my video title yesterday where I said James Maddison is proving himself to be the best signing of the summer so far. Keyword so far. I guess people don't read that far in the title. I don't know. Big up Kaylee from Romford, Essex. Come on, you Spurs. Big up Kaylee. Hope you're doing well. Don't think anything can make Dyer laugh as much as knowing we've not won anything. Apparently, he laughs real hard at Dave Portnoy's jokes. Big up Ed in the house. Hope you're doing good. I am well, sir. Hope you are as well. Long time no see. Let me know if you get that new EAFC, bro. Let's link up. I don't have it yet. I may not have it for a while, but we'll get there. 58-year-old bloke. They jumped him leaving a restaurant, stabbed him and ran off. That's actually really scary. Kieran Trippier, yeah, left back, Ian McKenna. You are a rival fan, so I do want to know what you say as well, because I know what we Spurs fans are saying. Destiny. Wait, what is the song? I heard it on the radio last night, and that's why I wanted to do a title. Or I put that in the. I want to dance with you, Goldie. I want to live in the league with you. How's it go? Something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I just look like a fool. Terry Windows. Some are saying we should put Royale in for Porto to tighten up the back for the North London Derby, but I don't think we should change anything. Terry Windows, don't touch a thing. That's what I'm saying. Don't touch it. No touch. Hands off. You cannot touch the goose. Because honestly, no, I want Pedro Porro in those world-class passes. That's what I want. We're going to tear him up. We got to get in behind, and he's the kind of guy to pop it on over the top. Now, the problem is, obviously, defensively, he's going to present some holes that we've seen time and time again. But worry not. I think he's tightening up those aspects of his game in regards to Pedro Porro. Big up Jacob. Big up Roy. Lewis Hall. How many games has Lewis Hall started, Ian McKenna? My first question. And second question is, what makes him better than Destiny Udogie this season is what I want to know. The big clubs will come for him and Ainge eventually. Bro, no, they're not. I refuse to believe that this will ever happen. I know you're right. Jazz fusion. You are right. But no, I don't want to think about it. Ian McKenna, Big Dan Burn. I do like me a Big Dan Burn. I can't lie about that. Coop Dog in the house. Big up Jacob in chat room. Coop Dog is in the house. Look at that. Udogie is the best left back in the EPL. He'll want to stay at Spurs as long as Ainge stays. I love it. I hope you're right. I hope he stays here forever. I hope he becomes a legend. We win it all with him. We win it all with everybody. Everybody stays forever. No one ever grows old either. And I get $1 million at the same time. London is made up of 32 boroughs. Haringey is one of them. THFC pay Haringey Council around $1 million a week. Holy shit. Give me a chunk of that, please. I'll take that. Vardiel's probably the best left back. I can hear it. That's why I put the option there. But he also hasn't started 5 matches at that position. But yes, he is a new signing, and they have been utilizing him at the left back position as far as what I can tell. The best form of defense is attack. You know who said that, Ben Kaufman? Any extra points? Anyone right now who knows who said that? And the hint is the first president of the United States. How about that? I misread you wanted a left back. I should find my glasses. But if you want a right back, Alistair Johnson, young Canadian player with Celtic. Interesting. Jacob, apparently Dyer is set to start Sunday. Ainge thinks his experience will be key. Where's your source, Bobby K? That's my first thing. Source, question mark. Who the fuck said that? Because no. They better not. Why? There's no way. I think you're saying that to trigger me. Yeah, in the Premier League. In the Premier League specifically. Not the world. In the Premier League. Name one better left back in 5 matches in the Premier League. Royale on the bench. Phil Coys, Romero is the best left back in the Prem, Jacob, and center back. Oh, and right back. Back to you, Jacob. I'm done. Phil Coys, I will accept Romero as a correct answer as well. Terry Windows, Kaylee, I was born in Romford. Well, there you go, Kaylee. Drew Romford out in the sticks. All Wellies and Currys and West Ham fans. It was indeed George Washington. It's some guy you've never heard of. I heard George Washington was the guy who said the best form of defense is an attack. Because I've used this argument before when a defending, believe he played left back in the MLS. His name was Ryan Hollingshead. And when he played at FC Dallas, he was like our joint goal scoring leader at the time. And someone was saying that he wasn't the best left back in the league at that time. And I said, so you're saying you know more about attack and defense than the first president of the United States, who said the best form of a defense is an attack. Talk to me nicely. It was not Alicia Keys. Yeah, you're right. But I had a bit of class, but I don't know what you're talking about. Big K. Okay, see, there it is. Joe Biden. No comment. It was Washington, bro. It was George Washington. It was 110 absolutely George Washington. Andy Robertson says Luton Dan as a better left. And these okay. So Andy Robertson's career, yes, obviously, but big up Luton Dan. Hope you're well. Also, big up. What I will say is, what has he done in these 5? My question again is, best left back in England this season, and I know it's early doors, but I just had to talk about it. I don't know who's better. Andy Robertson. Let me look. Let's look at the numbers then. That's the best way to look at it. Let's look at the numbers, because I don't know how to decide how to argue for or against. Oh, he's the second rated player on the team so far this season. Here, I'll show you what I'm seeing. Okay. He's got 1 goal. All right. Well, they both have 1 goal contribution. Clean sheets, I see he has 1. Right here, he has 1 clean sheet. And let me zoom that in for y'all. It's 1 clean sheet. Let me pull up another tab of Destiny Udogie. Let's see. Destiny is our 10th rated player statistically. I do know he got that yellow card, so that might hinder this. So this one's Hang on. This one's Destiny. 0 goals. Let me look at these passing percentages, and let's just switch between the two. So 91%, 94, 86. And this one is 89, 93, 75. So pretty much, they're pretty close. They're actually really close. More crosses into the box from Robertson. He's averaging a 7.34 right now, and Ugotie's averaging a 7.22. So I guess you could be right there, Luton Dan. You could be right. As statistically, at least, SofaScore believes Andy Robertson to be the better left back in the Premier League through 5 matches. You might be onto something there. But I'm going to share this tab instead that promotes the side I want to believe, which is that Destiny's the best. You see how I do that? You see how I do that? Don't ruin my dreams. It was Queen Alicia. Shout out Alicia Keys, who keeps on falling and getting right back up. I do not want to see Dyer's boat on Sunday. Translation for Jacob Cockney slang: boat race equals face. All right. Interesting there. Kaylee says the first 20 minutes are crucial on Sunday. We have to stay compact and not concede early. Kois. Kaylee, what I will say is 100%. We must stay compact, but we're going to go out there and do what we've been doing. I know it. I feel it. We're going to run through them, on them. They're not going to play like Sheffield United played, which was sit back and allow us to just do what we want to do. They're going to try to stop us at every... I mean, I've been listening to rival fans talk about what they think is going to happen, and they think Arsenal's going to come gun-ho, that if we want to play... They said this, that if we want to play Ainge ball, and then they made fun of it, of course they did, but if we want to come in there and play Ainge ball, that they're going to cut us off, they're going to cut the oxygen out to all of our passing outlets, press us like we haven't been pressed, and take advantage of us and send us home licking our wounds. That's what they said. I'm just saying. The best form of defense was indeed a Sun Tzu quote. Sun Tzu. That sounds like long time ago. I don't know. But you're probably right. Okay, there we go. Everyone corrected me. But you know what? He may have said it before George Washington, but George Washington did say it at least. At least I know that. You weren't... Yep, you weren't wrong though, Ian. Moving along now. I heard Ainge is getting team used to playing a man down defense. Oh my God, here we go. Your damn sources, Bobby. You need to check them. Luton Dan, I'm a Spurs fan, have been for 37 years. Sheesh, I've seen some Spurs team throughout the years, but I'm really happy with our team and that we're playing happy. Luton Dan, what I also want to say is you're not alone in this sentiment. There's fans that have been around for 37 years, 40 years, 50 years that I've spoken to that all say this is the most excited they've been in a long time or en todo, and at all. Yes, he was the father of this country. Spurs for Life says, on neutral streams, nobody's talking about Spurs, neither any of our players. They're saying Rice and Sobitsalai have been the best new players so far. They can keep saying that, but they're just absolutely wrong. Rice doing much of nothing and then getting a deflected goal. Now people are saying he's the second coming. Come on. I'm not buying this microwavable Rice. No way. And Sabitsalai, to be fair, I've actually liked what I've seen from Sabitsalai. I don't have a lot to say against the guy. He's been good. Plays a different role than like a James Madison, but James Madison for sure, for me, is still the signing of the summer. The most crucial part of the game is from the 90th to 117th minutes. You can't argue about that. If you can name all American states, I'll donate 20 quid. If I can? Bro, I'm American. Are you sure you want me to name them all? Without Googling. I'm right here. I don't have to Google, bro. I know all the states. Now, if you ask me to say all the states with their capitals, I probably forgot most of those. Absolutely. Texas. Well, I can't keep count. How am I supposed to keep count? I'm just going to go from like geographical. I'll go from top right, or from the west coast, from northwest. You got Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Louisiana, Kansas. No, Kansas is Missouri. Oklahoma, Alabama, Kentucky, Western Kentucky. I think that's what they Western Kentucky. Not Delaware. Massachusetts, New York, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Ohio. That should be about 50 right there. There you go, Ian McKenna. Spurs have started slow. Arsenal always come out flying out the traps. We may concede early, but over 90 minutes, I think we'll steamroll them. Rich, this is my whole thinking and why I feel so confident, because not only do they play tomorrow, but we're going to bring to them a match in which they haven't been prepared for yet, because every club that we've played thus far, they want to fight this fight. Now, Sheffield United, they did do something different than all the other teams. All the other teams came out and fought us the fight that we were bringing to them. Now, Sheffield did something different, but I expect Arsenal to do much of what everyone else has done and come at us early. And you know what? All that's going to do is play right into our hand. 110%. Yeah, Jacob absolutely can do that. Man of their word, Ian McKenna. I don't even know if you're right. Big up Ian McKenna for the $20, 20 quid. Don't know. Big up. Appreciate that. Means a lot. I did try real hard. I think I hit them all. I can't think of one that Hawaii and Alaska. That'd be the last two that I probably didn't do. Hawaii and Alaska. But outside of that, I can't think of any other ones that I missed. But big up. Appreciate. You really didn't have to do it. I was just seeing if you would, and you did. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Hannah, Montana. I do appreciate that. Nebraska. Yep. Rhode Island. Indiana. I said that. Yeah. That was only 37. So Bobby K was keeping count. Western Kentucky. Wait, isn't there a Western Kentucky? It was West Virginia. That's what it was. Virginia and West Virginia. I did say Georgia. I said Alabama, Georgia, and then I went north and then right. I was in my head, I was visualizing a map, y'all. North Carolina, South Carolina. I said those ones. Yeah. I got those ones. We good. We good. Random YouTube commenter. Would you rather us buy 1 to 2 first team players in January, or 3 to 4 squad players for depth in January after selling Deadwood? Great question. Shoot, I don't know. Because we got a really good 11. Like who can we realistically like find an immediate upgrade on? Like Papa Matasar? I mean, Mr. Bentancur is coming back, so we might be okay there. We might be getting that upgrade by then. So maybe 3 to 4 squad players is what I'll say, because I kind of like our 11 right now. They seem like they love each other. The vibes have been immaculate, and honestly, that's all we can really ask for. When they look at each other like this, when they hold each other like this, I wish I was Romero right here so bad. But I really can't think of where we. I guess Papa Matasar is really the only person I'm thinking like wingers maybe, but I really haven't seen enough of Brennan Johnson to say, oh yeah, we for sure need to upgrade that position. But what do y'all think in the chat? I'm curious what y'all think in the chat. Pennsylvania. I did miss Pennsylvania and Connecticut. No, I did Connecticut. I did Connecticut, Maine, and Delaware. Yeah, all those. Big up Mr. K in the house. You tuned in at a crazy time. Buy those 1 to 2 first team players and instantly make them squad players. I like that answer. That's a great one. Ooh, Kvaradona as the left wing. I'll take that. It was Sunny up the middle. Oh my goodness, talk to me nicely. That'd be so beautiful. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that 110%. Mississippi. I did hit Mississippi. Wait, did I? No, I did miss. I missed Mississippi. MISSISSIPPPI. That's a fun game to play. MSSISSIPPI. It's always fun. More first players. Angel have more choices. Y'all are right. I'm wrong. I'm mudded instantly. I should have said 1 to 2 starters because then they're just that great. Canada, yep, they are property of U.S. That is true. We need to upgrade striker. I know we have Sonny, but we have Saw against Sheffield. Sometimes we need a striker with great aerial ability. I don't feel comfortable relying on Richie still. Fair enough, Rich. Fair enough. I think I missed a comment earlier from Golden Hammer. West Ham and Spurs have won the same amount of trophies in the Premier League era, but we have European trophies, so factually we are a bigger club. We won the first ever European trophy by any team in England, so hold that one. And we do have more trophies overall since our club was started. We also own our own stadium. We don't blow bubbles or have a fucking track and field course around our stadium. We have that underneath the stadium because we're classy, Golden Hammer. Come on now, talk to me nicely. Big up, Golden Hammer. I appreciate you being here. Why? He also says, why would Kvara even go to a club like Spurs? Are you kidding? Just wait, man. Y'all talking. There's honestly this I wanted to bring up. I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have something stupid one of your players said. This man, Mikel Antonio, y'all all are talking off your ass right now. And honestly, the players are no better than you, Golden Hammer. You've been here going around talking this, that, and the other. And look, even your damn striker who can't even start says, I think he has as many goals as Kulusevski right now. I don't know. But look at this. He believes West Ham will finish higher than Liverpool this season. Says, I'm backing myself over Liverpool. You know what? I actually think we're going to finish higher than Liverpool this season. This is insane. He's giving causation to Golden Hammer coming in here and acting out of pocket. Straight up. He's giving him permission because he says all this, that, and the other. Come on. What's going on here? 84 likes, 102 votes. Can we get those likes up to 100? ASAP, Rocky, maybe, possibly. Talk to me nicely or hit the dislike. Do something. But we are close. 84 likes, 102 votes. That's about 20 people didn't grab free beer on their way into the party, but they're obviously checking into the party. But what's going on here? You know, don't want to hit that like for me? One time for the one time? Or don't. But this is absolutely hilarious to me. This guy, Mikel Antonio. Golden Hammer said, oh, here he goes. What Antonio said is better than what Son said that Arsenal is afraid of playing against Spurs. This is hilarious. Bro, I don't even know where to start with you. Does Antonio have a concussion? I don't know. We just hit an hour on the stream. I know I was just plugging hit the likes and all that, and it's lame as fuck, and I hate doing it. I'm a corporate shrill when it comes down to it, but it does help the channel, helps perform. The channel pushes the channel and the videos and all the shit that I say to people. It pushes it out to more people. So if you want to support us in an absolute way that is free, costs you nothing, does wonders. Appreciate four y'all just hit the like. Appreciate that. And there's been 4 subscribers throughout the entirety of this show. So I appreciate y'all. Over 100 right now in the house. No excuse now that we shouldn't hit 100 likes, but that's okay. We have 103 votes. So clearly 103 different sets of clickety clicks can hit that like. Moving along. Antonio is tripping. Golden Hammer is tripping. But honestly, Golden Hammer, I don't even blame you now. I'm going to be honest, Golden Hammer. I do not blame you. Because if, you know, you got this guy right here talking the most shit, then by all means, back the man, right? You get behind what he's saying. Clearly, you think y'all are going to have a great season if you're going to finish above Liverpool, who I have making the top 4 this season. They should do. So you're saying this guy's essentially saying y'all are going to make top 4. This is going to be hilarious when the season's coming to an end. Y'all are sitting there trying to scrape win by win, get any point we can so we can get off the bottom of the table. That's where I think y'all are going to be. Come on, talk to me nicely. Y'all going to have too many games. Y'all ain't even going to know what to do with it. This guy's talking. Literally seen this golden hammer in every single Spurs chat. Obsessed is an understatement. Yo, golden hammer, I know you be slutting it up, but either way, I appreciate you being here with your banter. It's hilarious to me, and I'm glad that you feel good about your club. I'm glad you have this chest, because honestly, again, this guy's allowing you to do it. Now, if he said temper your expectations, hammers, because we suck, and being more honest, then it'd be a different story. But alas, that's what he said. Darren says, Spurs are the 10th richest club in the world with the 3rd highest annual income and the best daddy, too. Was Zapur here? I haven't seen Zapur yet, but if Zapur, if you were here, did you happen to make that photo of me and Romero yet? I would love to show it to Mia. Kaylee says, would love for us to sign Tony in January. I would love it too. Tony could play left, right, and striker up front. He kind of does for Brentford what Harry Kane did for us. I would love a player like that. But do we bring Harry Kane back because of that buyback clause as we saw today? Let me see if there's something else said about this Mikel Antonio thing. It's so funny. Quality over quantity for the January transfer window. A forward and a center back. Quantity is what gets you future Deadwood. Good point, Elvis G. I am in the mud. I'm absolutely in the mud. Excuse me. And Terry Window says they have 800 meters partially sighted hurdles at halftime. Oh, because of the track. Yeah, they ugly. Why you got a racetrack? Like, all right, fair play. My wife did say she likes West Ham because of the bubbles, and she used to run track, so she's like, I like that they have a track, and she thinks bubbles are fun. But again, cats think bubbles are fun. I think it's silly. I guess it's unique. Whatever. Smash a like. Everyone says Mr. K. Big up, Mr. K. West Ham fans, Canning Town Bingo Club. He's going crazy. Antonio's a better striker than Richarlison. You might be right there, actually. You might honestly. Before Mikel Antonio started talking out his ass and bashing everybody, the profile of the player I like a lot. I can't say I don't. I'd be going against everything I stand for. If I did say that. West Ham fans are worse than Spurs at selling their better players. If West Ham finish above Liverpool, does that mean they're winning the league? It sounds like they're competing for it per Antonio. I hope West Ham do finish above Liverpool, but Spurs will finish higher than both of them. There you go. Golden shower top. Hey, but what's up, Chris Peters? Arsenal fans hammering the dislike. I don't think it's Arsenal fans. It's a couple of Spurs fans that don't like me, but it's okay. They here looking at my face anyway. Low bar, Golden. Liverpool will thrash West Spam on Sunday. West Ham small club. That's a fact. Big up Kaylee talking that talk. Chris Peters grabbing that membership that you already had, but you're grabbing it again. What is that? Did you upgrade? What's going on here? You did. Big up, Chris Peters. Welcome to the 10-inch club. Big up. You didn't have to do that, my friend. You're already a YouTube chat member. You always support and you're always here in the chat. But big up, Chris Peters. That means a lot to me. I hope you know that. I hope you know that. Big up, man. Appreciate you grabbing that. It means a lot to me. One trophy in 42 years. Yeah, we've at least got one trophy in 2008. We're having a mid-off right now. We're having a trophy mid-off with West Ham. What's going on here? Big up, Chris Peters. I do appreciate you upgrading to the 10-inch club. Do appreciate that. We've hit 101 likes. Look at y'all blessing me like that. If I could bless you, I would. So big up. Tony's already twerking for Arsenal. Forget him. Yeah, I know. But I mean, again, do you really want a guy at your club who was under contract and went on a camera just in front of a couple females just to say, fuck Brentford? I don't know. I want that weak man mentality here. I don't know. Net worth, we are 11th in the Prem, so we are not 11th richest in the world, says Luton Dan. Shout out to the Patreon members for supporting Jacob, Michael, and the show from the beginning. Big up the Lovers Lane members and the official supporter members over there of the Patreon. I do appreciate that, Bobby K. This is again, I mentioned earlier when I shouted you out for being a 13-month member of the Lovers Lane, Bobby K, with 3 Spurs boys. I did mention that I'm really trying to get something creative going. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the Patreon members. I'm just going to send y'all a free shirt whenever we make shirts. Michael and I have been talking about trying to make shirts, trying to make flags. We're still working on stuff like that. Just kind of seeing, how things are looking, if that's really a direction we want to go. But of course, the Patreon members, y'all are going to be first dibs on everything that we do. So Bobby K, I'm thinking of some way to thank all of y'all for your continued support, but I do appreciate it. I know you don't have a fancy little thing next to your name in the YouTube chat, and that does suck, but guess what? You ain't gone unnoticed. Anyone who's still supporting over there on the Patreon, I love you and I appreciate you. Y'all pay for my internet. For real. Y'all pay for my monthly internet. I mean, that's why I do all these shows, to try and pay back the love that y'all give me. So appreciate those of y'all on the Patreon. Appreciate those of y'all in the YouTube chat membership. And I do appreciate all y'all who just do the free thing. Watch, like, subscribe, share, all that fun bullshit. Doing that is just as valuable as well. So again, that's just a call of booty. But folks like Bobby K, those in the Patreon, YouTube chat, etc., y'all go above and beyond the call of booty. So I appreciate that. Ian McKenna says 1 goal, Richarlison. He does have 1 goal. That is true, yes. He does have 1 goal. My cousin, a West Ham fan, he wrote a rap about Declan Rice a few years back. That's pretty... Is he a good rapper, though? 10th at best, says Kaylee. Alan Bennett, how has Chewy not licked that thing off your top lip? Because I don't get close to my dog's mouth like that. I'm not a weirdo. I don't want a dog licking my face. He licks his asshole. I don't want some bullshit myth of, oh, a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's mouth. That's bullshit when I see him for 30 minutes licking his dick. And then he's sniffing his asshole. I think he's been eating shit outside where he goes and poops. You think I want to have that anywhere near my face? Hell no. Hell no. He wouldn't. A plus. Talk to me nicely about the Freedom Stash, Alan Bennett. You and Bobby K are my faves. Big up Chris Peters. I appreciate that. YouTube upgrader, chat member, 10-inch club, everything. West Ham fans, best start for years, but still behind us. Come on, you Spurs. Kaylee in here fighting the good fight. I appreciate that. They will not make top 4. I know that much. Okay, I'm off now. Love your work. Big up Ian McKenna. Cheers, my friend. Congratulations on the result at Milan. I think we did something similar, didn't we? 0-0 at the San... No, is that where we lost 1-0 at the San Siro? Big up, Bobby K. Go blow bubbles. Exactly. I want to dance with you, Udogie. I want to win the league with you, Udogie. I love it. Bursting bubbles. Great show, Jacob. You hit the 100 likes. You did not burst my bubble because you are absolutely spot on, sir or ma'am. 104 likes. Y'all have absolutely blessed me. Appreciate that. Strangely enough, Spurs are the most talked about club in the Prem on social media and by sports pundits. No wonder we're getting pushed back by opposition fans, haters. Hey, you know what? They're here. They're showing love to the channel. That means something either way. Big up. It's all love. It's on YouTube. His name is Depart. Is he good? I'm not too sure, but soccer played it at one time. Okay. Interesting. Kevin Burton, Will Smith in the photo says, Jacob, fan of Justin Trudeau. That guy's actually supporting a Slade separatist. He was considered in India. What the fuck? I don't know who Justin Trudeau is. I don't know what this is. Kevin Burton, are you okay? Are you in danger, Kevin Burton? Do I need to send the police to your house and make sure you're okay? Wellness check. Are you okay? I don't know what this means. I hope you're okay. I hope you're not under attack. This is a weird ass comment. I don't know who Justin Trudeau is. Is that a singer or a football player? Anyway. Yeah, Lemmy, it really don't make sense. Why do Hammers blow bubbles and have a track? And why don't they own their own stadium before they talking to me? I don't know. Jamie Gitt says, man walks into a bar and sees the owner's dog licking his balls. Says, wish I could do that. He says, the owner says, give him a biscuit and maybe he'll let you. That's gross, Jamie, but a great, that's kind of gross. Trudeau's the Canadian leader. I don't know anything about Canada other than maple syrup and Bobby K and Scott M. That's what I know about Canada. And Alphonso Davies. Oh, I also like Tajon Buchanan. That's another Canadian. There you go. Cody Mack on Twitter. He's Canadian. I like those Canadians. Jacob, how you feeling ahead of Sunday? Clinical, the Jamaican citizen. Let me tell you how I'm feeling, good sir. How you doing? Long time no see. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling excited. I'm prepped. Clinical, I'm going to be doing a watch along, the first ever Spurs watch along on the channel this Sunday. Shameless plug. But if you're around this Sunday and you want to see me fucking either lose my shit or eat my words, go ahead, tune in Sunday. We'll be doing a watch along. I don't expect too many people here. Like I said, if I choose, I'm going to the Irish Hotspur. I'm going to Spurs Talk Show with Shawnee. I'm doing one of those watch alongs. So I understand if you're not here, but I'm going to be doing it just because I've been talking a lot of shit and I've been saying it with my chest, Clinical. I've been saying that Tottenham are going to go into the Emirates and we are not going to lose. No way. It's not happening. Oh, look at this. I saw this on Twitter. I thought it was funny. Destiny Udogie when Sonny has the ball. Look at this fucking emu. That's Destiny on the left-hand side and Sonny's the car. And when he got the ball, look at that. He's just running right with him. He's always there in the attack. Come on. So fast. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Little emu. The next little thing I wanted to talk about was Mr. Fabio Paratici. I think I'm bringing back the spaghetti and meatballs pronunciation of Fabio Paratici because, I mean, I'm looking at this Destiny Udogie deal and I'm like, who do I give credit for that? When do I give credit for the Destiny Udogie deal? I will read this quote in just one moment, but here's this sweaty man's face. But that's how I'm feeling, Clinical. That's how I'm feeling. Justin Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada. Bro, anyone in these political powers, they're all douchebags. I'll guarantee that. Don't matter left, right, center, front, back. They all assholes. Someone's fiddling, in their pockets doing something. Pedro Mendez, big up, Pedro Mendez. Damn, son, where'd you find this one? Shout out to anyone who knows what that plug is. Damn, son, can't wait for the North London Derby. It's going to go off like hell in a cell. I like that. When we open a can on Arsenal, my prediction is 3-0 to Spurs. Pedro Mendez coming in hot with the prediction. 3-0. I think we will concede. I think Arsenal have enough to give a goal, but that's about it. That is about it. Yeah, I don't like politicians personally. Do not like politicians. Johnson to get a double. Trust me, big man. All right, Pedro. Talk to me nicely, Pedro. Get in there. Brendan Johnson. So are you saying he starts or comes off the bench and gets a brace? Either way, talk to me nicely. Jim Carrey's Canadian. Okay, I like Jim Carrey. I fuck with Jim Carrey. He's actually one of my favorite actors. I love Jim Carrey. So, yeah, love him too. Good shout, Chris Peters. The shadow director of football. He's a consultant, Jazz Fusion. You can't say that legally. He's not a shadow DOF. He's a consultant, a contributor of sorts. Let's look at it that way. But let's go ahead and read this. From Destiny Ugodie's agent. He goes on with this quote to whoever he was quoting these quotes at. Goes on to say, certainly the one who had the intuition and demonstrated once again that he is a winner is Fabio Paratici, who, even in the moment where Ryan Sessegnon, Sergio Reguilon, and Perisic were there, thought it was appropriate to have Tottenham, one of the top 5 or 6 teams in the Premier League, make an investment. And that is in regards to Destiny Udogie. Destiny Udogie. All right. So he says that. He says Fabio Paratici is the one that gets credit for this Destiny Udogie deal because at the time we had Sessegnon, we had Reguilon, we had Perisic, and we did the deal and loaned him back. And everyone at the time last summer was saying this is worthless business. This does us no good now. And while I agree with that, I still see it as like this is still knowing when you see talent, go fucking get it. Don't wait for 2 years for Liverpool to come sniff him out. Don't wait for 5 years for damn Real Madrid to come grab him up. Let's get him now, and let's do what we got to do to make the deal work. Now, when you look at the young 16-year-old Croatian kid, Vuskovic, however you say his name, I forgot. Shout out to that Croatian guys who from Splint. I can't even remember the fucking club's name, but that 16-year-old Croatian, we signed him, sent him back there for 2 years. I think that's part of how that deal works. Ep55, look at the deal we did with, who was it, Rems? Or I know that French team that we bought him from. It's going to bother me now because I know what it is. I know, no one tell me in the chat the French club that we bought Papa Matasar from, because I know what it is. It's red. It's like a maroon color. It's like maroon, but no one tell me, please. But the same deal there. We bought him and then loaned him back immediately, and I think that is a part of it. Mets, let me. Damn it! I knew it was Mets. It was on the tip of my tongue. Mets. I know. God. Okay. But my point is the deal that we did with Mets, the New York Mets. Timmy hit me with the censored Mets. I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your effort, man. That's hilarious. No, don't worry. Let me big up. But my point of bringing up Mets, bringing up the deal we did with Udinese for Destiny Udogie, and the one we just did for Vuskovic. These are those deals. I think it makes it better for the club because they're like, while I realize this top talent will leave eventually, at least I get 1 to X amount of years left with him in the squad. So I think it helps sweeten the deal for them while also benefiting us in the long run. I mean, there's another tweet I've got that I want to look at. Let me read this comment from Rich real quick. It says, how could Paratici have the foresight to sign a left back while we had 1 ancient left back, 2 shockingly awful left backs? What a visionary. Rich, that's hilarious. I'm just putting the meatball back into the pronunciation of Paratici because honestly, Udogie, Sar, Van de Veen, I'm so excited. Y'all, Rich, you know how long I've been wanting Mickey Van de Veen at this club. All right, we finally got him. I can't be upset with the guys who did the job in getting him here because that just makes me very excited, honestly, some of that business that we've done. But that's neither here nor there. They got relegated during his loan season, but they are now back to League One. Oh, good for them, Timmy. Very good for the New York Mets. Glad. Exactly. Win and get paid. Spurs should just siphon youth from Mets. They are breeding ground. Ooh, let me talking to me nicely about a breeding ground. I could see that happening. But yeah, in regards to this, Destiny Udogie's agent saying Fabio Paratici was the one who's the winner because he went and got Destiny Udogie. Now, he wasn't the only guy that we got, like I said, the aforementioned, but who are we giving credit for this? And when are we giving them their credit? That's what I want to know. Was it this guy? Also saw this little bit of news. Wasn't important enough to put in the title. I don't even know how true this is because he hasn't even been fit. But allegedly, today it came out that Giovanni Lo Celso has made clear that he wants to leave in January following the limited playing time. So allegedly, again, I say allegedly because these kind of reports come out where it's like, oh, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is not comfortable being a backup role. He wants to move now. And then we see him coming off the bench, playing the backup role and playing it admirably. You could argue he played a part in the build up to the game-winning goal. So I don't know how true this is, but it says the midfielder and his agents are working hard already to seal his exit with a move to Real Betis on looking to be a priority. So what do we think about that, y'all? Pedro Mendes, did you hear about Harry Kane buyback clause? Could be good to get him back in 3 or 4 years. I think he could still do a job, says Pedro Mendes. We'll talk about it. That's the last thing I wanted to talk about before I end the show. I think I have some bookmarks about it. Yep, look, there it is. See, the very next subject right there. There it is again. Oh, look at that guy. Fucking sexy ass beast, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. But Giovanni Lo Celso, how do we feel? Does that mean we got to go find a backup cam? Do we go get Ezzy right now? We go get the Ezzy thing done or what? Big up Joshua in the house. Says big up Jacob. Big up Joshua. Good evening. Kaylee says 3-2 Spurs on Sunday. Same score as when we beat them in 2011 from 2-0 down. Kaylee, I'm all on. I love it. 3-2 Spurs. This is my initial prediction. My initial prediction was 3-2, and we win it in the last couple minutes like we do in fantastic fashion, and it's absolute scenes. But honestly, I want to see us go out there and dominate them 3-1. I would love to see that. Move on from Bayern's players, says Paulio. Yeah, like I said, I brought up Kane a little bit yesterday, and everyone got pissed off at me. Said I was, or not everyone, but James Paratrooper. I don't know if you're listening now or back, but pretty upset that I talked about it. So sorry about that. Rich says, excuse me. Van de Veen, Sarr, Udogie, Bissouma, Romero have all been very good signings, I must admit. I just think some fans have gone a bit overboard on Paratici, but our recruitment has certainly improved. Again, let me just bring up this, just to keep it as fair and balanced. I'm not saying Mr. Paratici is the one and the only, because look, I have this meme right here pulled up because this pissed me off. We should have got Adama Traore instead of Brian Hill, but let alone this is what we did. We got Brian Hill. We gave him Lamella, gave him back Brian Hill, gave him 25 mil. They end up going on and winning the fucking Europa. And what's his name is happy as a pig and shit about it. So fucking Brian Hill commenting on everyone's post like, oh yeah, keep me in Spain. There are some bad deals done. Emerson Royale, is that a great deal? Could be. Pedro Porro, looking to be a very good deal. Talk to me nice. I don't know. No love lost between Scott and Paratici, says Paratici is awful. Skill set, not names. Jazz Fusion. I think you're talking to someone there. Pedro Mendez says, who would be your ideal realistic signing in January, my bro? Is Abrici realistic? Because if Giovanni Lo Celso goes, we got a clear spot. We're lacking depth in a lot of areas. I would say we need a good left back. We need a good left-sided center back or right-sided center back. We need someone in between Dyer and the starting lineup or even the bench. We need a center back there. I've always wanted another center back. Who else? Gift Orban. Give me center back and Gift Orban. I'll be all right with that as a January, and get rid of sell Dyer, sell Lo Celso. I'm cool with all that. Scott says, I can't imagine Ezzy would want to come to Spurs. That's an upgrade from Palace. Surely, but don't call me Shirley, he would. David Calvino says, I hope we're going back for Gift in January. That'd be nice. That'd be interesting. He's going to play this week in the Conference League. For those of you wondering, you can get to see him live and direct. Get you some Gift Orban. Make up your mind about the kid. Bring me Hatate, says Jazz Fusion. Interesting. Good try. That's the Celtic guy, right? Timmy says, what do we do with Royale next season when we are back in Europe? Keep him for another season or sell and get someone else? I don't see Jed making the grade. No, and Jed is now going to be out for about 8 to 9 weeks with a knee injury he picked up in training with Leeds United. So Jed is definitely not. I had hopes, man. I'll be honest, Timmy. I had a lot of hopes in the preseason that Jed Spence was going to show something to Ange Postecoglou that he should at least be on the bench. And apparently he showed him much of what he shows every other manager, which is not the greatest work ethic, not the greatest attitude. And now we're looking to loan him out somewhere else. Who knows? Just a bad bit of business on our end. But again, I had hope for the kid. I like that he's fast. I thought that's a good foundation to build your game around, but you need the right attitude. Don't need kids in here with the wrong attitude, in my opinion. As it would cost 50 mil, take 15 for Lo Celso or something, and we still have a lot of money. Good point. We are back in for the Gift in January, says Chris Peters. He knows, he's confident. As he's realistic, I would say, especially if we continue to look good, says Pedro. Hey, Agent Sonny at Burberry last night, talking nicely, rubbing plaid shoulders with that guy. They were laughing. They looked like they're having a good time. Not like how we saw Bukayo Saka and Heung-min Son sitting next to each other. Scott M says, I still doubt Ainge 5 meh games doesn't change anything. What about 6, Scott? Does 6 games change anything? Scott, you're jumping in the pool by December. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm pushing you in. I'm dragging you in. Whatever I got to do, you are in, my friend. You are in. You're in the pool. I'm bringing you in. Bring through Donley instead, says Paulio. He looks a little slow. Today I thought he looked a little slow. Maybe it was just the pace of the game and it was late on, but I thought he looked a little slow. But I didn't watch the first half, admittedly, so maybe I'm sleeping still. If we continue to play exciting football, I think people will want to come and play for Spurs. Look, Luton Dan, remember, James Madison specifically said he had a conversation with Ange Postecoglou, and that was his deciding factor when choosing Tottenham. And he specifically said when choosing Tottenham because he had choices. If I'm not mistaken, it was Newcastle. They wanted him. Ange Postecoglou is the X factor. Scott, you're sleeping. Palace will not sell to us, says Jazz Fusion. Oh, I didn't know that. Center back Ezzy and Tony, then we are cooking. You know who a center back I would love to get into our rotation? And this isn't just because I'm an American, but Chris Richards from Palace. Go in there. Let's give him Eric Dyer and 60 mil. Give me Ezzy and give me Chris Richards. Chris Richards is a stud. He was great for USA this last international break. He's an FC Dallas product, so he came out of the academy that I saw firsthand direct, where we breed a lot of great players for America. Honestly, this kid could have next in 5 years' time. Look up Chris Richards. I'd take Chris Richards and Ezzy and Tony, and then we cooking. Absolutely. Aim higher than gift. He's mad. We deserve grade A, not might/could be. So you want a Premier League proven striker then. Who do you suggest other than Ivan Toney? Scott M says we are an upgrade on Palace, but not the other clubs he could go to. But we'll see who comes in for him. Tony wants the Gooners. He's trouble we don't want. Good point. Not trying to read into Ezzy's Insta post, but he put London on a white heart. I'm just saying, Agent Sonny. Hey, the white heart, Scott. Scott M. If you needed a reason to believe as he's coming to Tottenham, he put a white heart. He could have put a red and blue, but he said London white heart. There you go, Joshua. I love it. Keep it up. Derek Smith says, I don't think we can say Brian Hill is a bad player, is a bad deal yet. I reckon he'll be mustard under Ange Postecoglou. He has been hinting and blue balling Derek Smith on his Instagram stories. I don't know if you keep up with Instagram or Instagram stories, but he has been on there saying return soon, back to work. Like he looks like he's about to come back. And I want to see him under Ange Postecoglou. Again, Derek Smith, I've seen him under Nuno and I've seen him under Antonio Conte. I don't know if that's a great sample size, but at this if he comes in and is a bad mamma jamma, then I will be eating mud, because I have been for so long saying that why did we do this deal that is now going on 2 seasons where he has not done anything for us. But the door isn't closed. Again, the door is never closed on a young player until they've shown me enough to say the door should be closed. But right now, to me, that looks like a bad deal. Right now, as far as like doing the deal and when do we get return on investment? Like, we got Vuskovic and we're going to get him in 2 years, but we did that with Brian Hill, 25 mil, and we gave him a player. You could argue a player that we were going to ship on anyway. So to be fair here, we were trying to get rid of Deadwood and Lamella. I love Lamella and his shit housing, but he was one of those players from the old era in which we needed to get gone. I don't know. It remains to be seen, Derek Smith. You could be right. And you've been banging this drum since I've known you. So you could be right. Who knows? Time will tell. Jazz Fusion, investigate Dusan, perhaps. Dusan Vlahovic. I know he's got 4 goal contributions in 4 matches for Juve this year. Madison is only because his wife wanted to move to London and Chelsea, Arsenal weren't interested. I don't believe this, that the thing about moving to London, but maybe you're right. I'm a married man. If my wife said we have to move here, fuck it, I'd probably do what it took to move there. But I think it's Ange Postecoglou. And yeah, just maybe Chelsea and Arsenal weren't in for him. True, because Arsenal has Odegaard, Chelsea had Nkunku at the time. So yeah, I could hear the argument why neither one of them are going in for him, but that doesn't mean he's not a good player. Scott, I know, Scott, but come on, man. Regarding Hill, style of play, Jacob, style of play. That's what I said, like why I haven't completely closed the door, but that door is not fully open. But I hope he busts through that door and tears it up and proves me wrong, puts me in the mud. Can't wait. THFC is run by a clown, says Hill is a terrible deal. Hill is terrible, so weak, not going to make it in the Prem. There's the other side of the argument there. Luka keeps growing. He might be a striker. He's huge. Big lad. Donnelly's a clever player like Sheringham, says Paulio. Interesting. And Scott says, Hill is awful. Hope he stays in Spain. Well, there you go. All sides of the coin there represented, and I do like to see it. Let's move on to some of the stuff. So I do also have in the title the last bit of business I wanted to talk about, the Spurs fan forum wrap-up. Now, I know what some of y'all are going to say. And I hear you. And honestly, I probably agree with most of it. That who got picked to go to this thing? Which fans got allowed into the forum? Because I have some questions for Mr. Daniel Levy. I know at least thousands of other Spurs fans got a lot of things that they want to ask Mr. Daniel Levy. But obviously, I'll go through some of the things that I have starred. Obviously, there's some more stuff that came out, but I just have bookmarked the things I found pertinent that I wanted to talk about anyway. So let's go through those in 1 minuto. Big up to everybody in here. 120 likes, absolutely killing it. Where are we at in the poll? 137 votes. 17 people didn't grab free beer, but that's okay. 120 of y'all did, and I thank you for it. But 79% still says only U-GOATIEEEE is the best left back in England at this moment. 12% says Ake or Vardiol, and then 2% for Zinchenko, I think was just Paddy Hartnett only. And then another 7% says other. And I think Andy Robertson was thrown out. So that is a good argument. Andy Robertson statistically has, per SofaScore, been better. We looked it up earlier in the show. Rick C in the house. Big up, Rick C. Did anyone see Hill and Valise when Kulusevski scored? They were going off. I saw Valise, but I didn't see Hill. They seem fully Spurs, and that's all we can ask for. Callum Roche, get in the pool, Scott M. The sun is out. And Daddy Postacoglu is barbecuing prawn. Callum, in Australia, they call shrimps prawns. I learned this because the old saying, put a few shrimps on the barbie. It's actually not shrimps. It's prawns. Put a few prawns on the barbie. It's not as fun. I'll put it that way. It's definitely not as fun. Leanick out, says Johnny Benthnall. I agree. Jazz Fusion, some are going to say good evening all. Good evening all. I don't know what that means, Jazz Fusion, but big up Jazz Fusion out there in Florida. I remembered. See, I tell you, I remember when people tell me where they're from. I make a concerted effort to remember where y'all from, because y'all know where I'm from. Y'all know where to find me. So I just like the transparency here. But looking back at some of this news anyway, Alistair Gold says Daniel Levy has confirmed that Spurs have a buyback clause for Harry Kane. Now, we did talk about him a lot yesterday, like what if he was in this squad, what if he wasn't. So I don't want to beat on a dead horse. Obviously, that's just a bit of news that is pertinent to the situation. Just there you go, another thing for you. Daniel Levy, speaking about Ange Postecoglou's interview in regards to whenever he was hired, says he's just a normal bloke, direct and honest. He doesn't play games, doesn't say one thing to me and another to someone else. And this club needed to go back to its roots. A lot of pressure on me. Needed a man. This is Levy again. Needed a manager to focus on the team, youth, club, and be part of the team. He's a breath of fresh air. Now I know I know a lot of people. Anytime Levy says anything, there's about 100 ways people dissect it and make it real awful. But I just want to highlight some of the things that I did like, because we all know what we don't like, right? He's a breath of fresh air. He absolutely is he's a tall glass of water, if you know what I'm saying. But he acknowledged that there's a lot of pressure on him. And I'm glad that he at least acknowledged it, because I think for some of the major, like, Levy critiquers out there, now, again, I don't like the guy. I don't think he's suited to run a football club. A business, that's arguable and debatable. But a football club, he's shown over the last few years, no, that he should not be. So I'm I'm of the mindset I don't want him here. But there was also the argument going on. I try to remain balanced about it is all I can do, because I don't fucking hate the guy by any means. Do I not like the way he does his job? Yes. Has there been thousands of people I've encountered in my adult life who I don't like the way that they do their job? Yes. So it is what it is. It doesn't keep me up at night that this fucker's running the club. I'll put it that way. But he acknowledges that there's a lot of pressure on him. And I like that, because personally, I was concerned with, did he have this like complex where he sees himself doing no wrong? And I worried that there was this like mindset that I'm doing nothing wrong. But he acknowledged that there's pressure. So I like that he knows the motherfuckers ain't happy with him. And I like this part, that youth in the club was involved, because I was always complained about the academy and the lack of a pathway through to the first team, how much it bothered me. Rick C, throw a few snags on the Barbie, is said more. Big up Rick C out there in Australia, keeping me correct. I thought it was prawns, but there you go, a few snags. Don't even know what a snag is. But that is one thing I did highlight there. One quote. I got another one here from Ainge Postecoglou himself on his project in the summer transfer window thus far. It says, "We are beginning of what we are trying to build. We've had a positive transfer window and we need to keep building on the squad. It was never going to happen in one window." I like this part. "I had more targets, but I made it hard for Daniel as I had few targets. I don't want any player. I want the right players. I don't want any, I'll read that part again. I don't want any players. I want the right players." Now I'm getting the Wi-Fi signal again. I hope I ain't gone. Postecoglou goes on to say, "I want European football, Champions League. To do what we need, a bigger squad. If we had Champions League this week, we'd struggle. But that's always been the plan. The plan is to grow the squad." So to me, it sounds like he's on it. Or to those of you who are more critical of the club, is he being a puppet right now? Is he saying this because we know, obviously, Daniel Levy wants him to say, "I want Champions League"? Snag is a sausage. Interesting. Great U20 win. Yeah, 5-0. The lads are cooking. Sugar was worse at buying quality, but he did get in some greats. In Levy, more business-minded than football, but could be worse. Absolutely could be worse. Could be the Glazers. We're all laughing at United right now, but let's not make no mistake about it. The reason the Man United are in the position they are in right now, in the mud, leaking roof, their fucking stadium's falling apart, their club is falling apart, their major signings, one's in looking at jail time, the other one's fighting with the manager and won't apologize. They are where they are because of their ownership. We are where we are because of our ownership. Just like whenever I say the low points that we've had as Spurs fans is because of our owners, I also have to acknowledge that now, while we're all riding high, Daniel Levy's the one that hired Ainge Postecoglou. Was he the number one choice? No. I believe Arne Slot was. But it could always be worse. I agree with this. It could always be worse. Could always be better. I would love for Man City owners to come in and buy up and say, our goal is to fucking win everything. And we're not done until we win everything. Rather than saying, we're going to build and game-changing stadium and shit like that. But yeah, I like that quote for here from Ainge. Another, keeping it moving, so I don't take too much time reading fucking quotes. This guy right here, Return to the Shelf, was, I guess, someone at this fan forum. He's got a couple stuff that I did want to look at. But before I get stuck up on going through that guy's tweets, because he had a whole bunch of tweets about stuff discussed at the fan forum that I did want to go on. But Ainge also goes on to say about the Sheffield United time wasting. We work hard. We are the fittest team in the competition. Highlighting that. We are the fittest team in the competition, i.e. the Premier League. If anyone wants to add 30 minutes, bring it the fuck on. They took that part out the quote, but apparently he said, bring it the fuck on, ho. Bring your shit is what he said. We work hard. We are the fittest team in the competition. I love this. We are the fittest team in the competition. This is what I've been saying. And every time Ainge Postecoglou speaks, he just enforces and backs up the things that I say. So if I'm wrong, so is Ainge Postecoglou, and I'll die on that fucking hill with him. I don't really care. This got deleted, it looks like. So I got this also. This is the last thing from Daniel Levy I got from the fan forum specifically. Levy says, I want to win as much as anyone else. The frustration of not winning and the pressure from some players and a large part of the fan base impacted me. It was a lot of pressure. This goes back to the first quote that I shared. The pressure that he felt from the fan base. A large part of the fan base impacted me. If I'm writing a fucking news article for Tottenham Hotspur fans to read, I'm putting Levy, quotations. A large part of the fan base impacted me. That's my quote that I'm leading with. He knows the fucking kettle's on, baby. Time to cook. He knows the kettle is on and it is time to cook. Now, if we cook properly, it remains to be seen. I'm not saying we are the finished product, that Daniel Levy can now sit up in his high tower and laugh and look at us. Oh, we've done it again. Got all of the Tottenham saying that we've got our ball back and this, that, and the other. But I like that he acknowledges the fan base. A large part of the fan base was on his ass. I like that. We came so close with Poch, and we changed strategy and hired win now managers. You see that? Same thing I've always been saying. Why is different? Why things are different now? Why it's not the same as it was under Jose, under Nuno, under Conte. Why things are different and why I feel different going into matches with Ange Postecoglou. Because we're getting away from this win now manager thing that we did because, like he says, it didn't work. Wrong hires. Admitting he was wrong. Oh, click the picture. So maybe it will take longer. Maybe we need this strategy, and that's why I hired Ainge. I know these words ain't going to win anybody over. Didn't win me over. It doesn't make me change my tone in the sense of, do I think this man should be in the position he's at, making the financial and football decisions for this first team and club, etc.? No. This doesn't change any of that. But I like that he's at least acknowledged it. We're starting anew. We're doing this new strategy. We know what we did was wrong, and we're trying to change it for the better. And that's all I can really fucking care and hope for as a fan, personally. I know everyone's going to have their different battles and different gripes with this situation. But real quick, I just want to say, for me, I've always known from a realistic standpoint, changing of ownership of $1 billion corporation doesn't happen overnight, doesn't happen over time. So I never felt like he was going to leave just because thousands of fans were pissed off at the football and the way that the club is ran. That was never going to happen. It's naive to think that that was going to happen. But what I do like is he's acknowledging the gripes and frustrations from the fans, acknowledging the fact that they fucked up, acknowledging the fact that they're going to try something new that hopefully will build and bring more success and sustain success. Because not just the Leicester City, let's bounce up to the top, get it, FA Cup, boom, now we're back in the championship. No, we don't want that. We want to get up and compete and stay up and be competing and contending. And that's what I want. And as much as we can change our direction that we've been doing, that's all I can care about. Personally, that's all I can care about. Timmy says, hired win now managers, but without win now players, which those aforementioned win now managers had been accustomed to at all of their previous clubs. Very good point, Timmy, and I agree with you. And I think by these quotes, now even Daniel Levy agrees with you. Big up Joe Hong. Says, big up, y'all, big up. Levy lucked out big time with Ainge. Absolutely. Imagine if we have Arne Slot. Imagine if we had Arne Slot. Luton Dan, I just hope we get to see the team Ainge wants and he gets the players he wants and Levy supports him and makes him sign a new contract if it goes well. I agree with you, Luton Dan. A lot of hope, a lot of ifs, but damn it, isn't that what life is fucking built on? Hope, if, and, maybes, buts, etc. Levy didn't mention all the shitty player transactions. No, he did not. Maybe I missed that quote. We'll look through a couple more, but maybe I missed that quote. It really doesn't sound like the sort of actual language Levy would use. If it is an actual quotes from him, then he's definitely lightened up. This was at the fan forum, so maybe in a little bit more of a loose tie situation, not so Cambridge. Levy management talk, all bullshit, says Chris Peters, 23 years of failing. I agree. THFC is run by a clown, says Levy is a prick, but at least he's taking ownership of the fuck-ups and admits it's his fault. Exactly. He says, my fault. He said, didn't work, wrong hires, and then maybe this is the strategy now. Again, does this make up for the 23 years of ineptitude? No. Does this make up for the fact that at our lowest point, when we're asking and begging for player transactions, he gives himself, his wife, and another person next to him 500,000 raises? You know, no. I still don't like some of the optics of the things we've done. But again, I don't like to dwell on the past. I don't like to live in the negative. I like to thrive in the positive. I like to look forward to things that could be good things to come. And the fact that he's admitting his mistakes, the fact that he's acknowledging that there's fan base that was impacting him, that I love that. The fan base is impacting him. So keep the fucking pressure on him. Let's keep going in the direction we're going, but keep the pressure on him. And let's keep going, man. Because I'm enjoying the hell out of it, and I think everyone should. Whether we think Levy's a prick, whether we hate him, whether we think he's okay, don't matter where you lie on the side of the fence, we're all fucking enjoying what we're seeing from the first team. So let's have that while applying the pressure still, and let's keep growing. Let's keep growing as a club, man. I really like the direction we're heading. It makes me very excited for things to come in the future personally. Oh, this was the last quote I actually had from Daniel Levy on Ainge Postecoglou. I'll go through it real quick. It says, Daniel Levy on the atmosphere under Ainge says, simple, we've gotten our Tottenham back. We are seeing the football we used to see, and that's all we want. All the staff in the club, playing, non-playing, we're in it together, and there's a different atmosphere around the place. I think even myself as a international fan can acknowledge the atmosphere is completely different than we were last season. I mean, just look at social media, is so different. The stadium is different. It sounds different. Post-match, all the videos that come out sound different. Things are different now, and that's why I say in closing statements here, that's why I say 110%. We're going to go to the Emirates, and we are not going to lose. We are a different Tottenham Hotspur under Ainge Postecoglou. Long may it continue. I want to say big shout out to everybody who has tuned in. We are going to be ending off the show here. But before I say goodbye, let me go ahead and plug where I'm sending you next. I am sending you to Colin with Talk and Ball. He's got a show. I don't know if he's live right now. Let me check and see if he is live right now. But he might be waiting until the show ends until he goes live. But that's where I'm going to send you, so you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is sit back. Just sit right back, and I will be sending you there if I can find it. Yep, I found it. Boom, there it is. Save. Redirect on. All you have to do is sit back, get on over there, hit a like and subscribe for my boy Colin. He's doing his thing. He's getting back into the grind of YouTube. I want to say before I go, big up to Mia W. hitting us with that membership chat. Ben Kaufman hitting us with another membership chat. And then also want to say, I think they're gone already, but big up Ian McKenna, Newcastle fan. Congratulations on the win. And as also, thank you for the congratulations. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Means a lot. I think I named about 37 states, and then we corrected, added another 11. So we figured it out. We got it done. But big up Ian McKenna for the super chat, and Chris Peters for upgrading their YouTube membership to the 10-inch club. I appreciate you. I see you, and thank you so much for that. It means a lot to me. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. But I do want to say I appreciate all 128 of y'all who have tuned in and hit that like. 147 people voted, and 78% say U-GOATIEEEE is the best left back in the league. Talk to me nicely. Talk to me nicely. Over 80 of y'all in the house. If 80 of y'all could go over there and say what's up to Colin and show him some love, that would be absolutely huge for me. It means a lot to me, so I hope y'all can do that. We'll be back mañana, tomorrow. We'll be back. Same time as usual. Friday, we will not have the show Friday. So I think I'm going to do the preview show on Saturday after all the games, and might do a pop-up with Jacob, make it a panel call-in. So if you want to call in and get your predictions in on the stream, about the North London Derby, come on in. I think I'm going to do a pop. I ain't done a pop-up with Jacob in a few weeks, so we're going to do that on Saturday. So come on in. Let's have a good time on Saturday. Again, the watch along is on Sunday. I'll be doing I'll be waking up at fucking 6:30 so I could start the stream at 6:45 a.m. because the kickoff is 7 a.m. for me. So if that don't fucking tell you I'm committed to this thing that we're doing here, I don't know what will. But I do appreciate 129 likes. Y'all are absolutely killing it. Thank you so much. And again, if you're watching this back on playback, you are a GOAT. I appreciate you, and I hope you hit that like, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. But until next time, as always, up the lads. Come on, you Spurs. Wait, fucked it up. Oh, I got to start over. Hang on now. I just fucked up the outro. What did I do? This is the third show in a row I did solo. I love the hell out of it. But when you're talking for 2 hours, 2 hours now, an hour 50, almost 2 hours again, it I can stumble on my words. So let me do it again. As always, stay fresh, stay blessed, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. Coach, fuck Woolwich. Coach.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.